Yay! It's me, KP. I'm here in my studio, the Moon and the Maker, home of ArtFoamies, and I'm here for ArtFoamies Fun Friday. Oh my gosh. I want to welcome everybody. Thank you for being here. I cannot believe that it is the end of the year. I can't believe that 2023 is almost over. We're through Christmas, and we're here for our final ArtFoamies Fun Friday of 2023. And so that's kind of exciting, right? Made it through another year. Let me say hi to everyone. I know it's just my tradition. I have to say hello to Cindy Sharp. Pam Shales is here. Deb, Catherine, Heather Bailey. Who else? Nancy Gray is here. Ashley, nice to see you. Stephanie Martin, Bernadette. Who else? Brianna is here. Deb Bergstrom. Rini, welcome. Nice to see you. Roberta is here. Mystic Images. And I'm so sorry. Oh my gosh. I know I'm supposed to know your first name, but I'm just going to call you Mystic for now. Patty is here. Oh, Christina. Hello. Terry Moore. Oh my goodness. So many friends. I love seeing you. Susan Maney. Thanks for coming. Linda Finney is here. Who else? Sharon. Who am I missing? I hope nobody. If I missed your name, please accept my apologies. You know I would never skip over you on purpose. Linda Weber is here. Kathy. Zandra is here. Nice to have you. Who else? Evelyn. That's it. So far, that's all I see. Welcome again. We have a lot of stuff going on. And so, you know, I just thought I have to tell you, it is the end of the year. It's the end of a long week. I took a couple days off, and I say off, haha. Those of you who know me know I don't really take off days very well. And so really, I've had no days off because I've been getting my living room and dining room emptied out so that I could paint it. And actually, I got some help. A friend of mine, her son just moved back to town, and he used to be a professional painter, and he's just, you know, he doesn't have a job right now. He's sort of in between. So he said he would come and help. So it's just been, you know, one of those things where I was like, oh, if I can get help with that, that would be amazing, right? But it's right after the holidays. My house is a mess. It's just been crazy. So anyway, that is why I'm sort of here just in a crazy, I've been off for a couple of days just doing that. And then he came today. He was supposed to come like 2 days ago, but we had bad weather. And then he came today. So he is still in my house painting right now. He's finishing up. And then tomorrow he'll come and finish. So yay, my house is going to be so much. I'm just so excited. Can you tell? Anyway, it'll be a great way to start the new year with some fresh, clean walls. And, be able to like clean and organize a little bit and start the new year off with a fresh, clean living room and dining room. You don't know how happy it makes me. Anyway, we're here for ArtFoamies, right? So I do have to tell you, I hope you all got a chance to see my shirt because we got new ArtFoamies shirts. Here, let me hold it up so you can see it a little bit better. So we do have these. Now, these are not on our website right now. They're on the moonandthemaker.com. Okay, so I'm going to put that over there. Yes. Oh, my gosh. Colleen, me too. I will tell you, we were planning on doing it just ourselves, but you know how it's just so difficult trying to, run the business and have the house all disheveled all around the holidays. Luckily, we were not really celebrating that much this year, so it didn't matter if the house was a wreck, right? We went to Maxie's. So, what was I going to do? I was about to do something, and now I lost my train of thought. I was going to type in the moonandthemaker.com. So if you want to go look for a t-shirt, you can. I didn't get very many in. I just, got a few. They are really not, they're very decent, I have to say. They're tagless, okay, and the print on the screen print on the front, it's not too stiff or anything. It seems like now this one has been washed, and it's pretty soft. It didn't crackle up or anything. And I'm going to tell you, I am going to have fun. I am going to ArtFoamy this. I just haven't had a chance. Okay, I'm behind on everything, just in case you want to know. Hi, Wendy. Let's see. Stephanie says, we just finished painting my living room just before Christmas. Well, I wish I could have had it done before the holidays, but you know how that goes. All right. Yes, Catherine. So thank you so much. Yes, themoonandthemaker.com. Let me type this in if you would like to. We do have small through 2X. That's all right now. I know some people have asked for some more larger, comfy sizes. I'm going to work on that, okay? But for now, it's just small through 2X, and I don't have many. So I'd love for you to get your hands on one and get makey with me. We're going to stamp them for sure. Anyway. Yep. All right. I put the link in there if you want to grab a t-shirt. I'm going to turn the camera around. Of course, if you have any thoughts or questions, please jump in. We're just going to do a little makey. We're going to talk some more about Seth's. I hope that you all had a chance to see the live with Seth. Oh my gosh, that was so much fun. And it is still up. So just for those of you that if you did miss it, you can go to our YouTube, and it is up there. And it was a live with me and with Seth from last Friday. And that was a lot of fun. We had a great time. And, I've been having fun working and playing with Seth's ArtFoamies. So keep in mind that these images will only be available through January. It is a pop-up shop. And I'm going to pull these back out just really quickly so you can see them all again. And, well, they're not, I had them all fit in this tray really nicely, but now they're a little out of whack, but that's okay too. All right, we'll just do that. Okay, so yes, all of them in this tray. Just had a lot of fun doing it this way. And I want to tell you, I don't know if you did see the live, but I am so excited to try some of the sprays from Jane or from Seth. Now, I don't have sprays, so I'm about getting ready to order some from Seth's shop, and maybe I'll get a couple of sprays from Jane as well. And I think it's going to be a lot of fun to spray these, okay? Because you saw me apply the inks or the watercolors using like the sticks and stuff like that. But these will be fantastic to spray them, right? Super easy, super fast. And then just, do the little technique that I shared with you to just sort of blot it all over, right? And remember, again, I'm just going to pull these back out. That is how I did this whole I believe this is 16 by 20. So it's kind of large. Yeah, 16 by 20. And I just stamped this into that tray, right? And then I did the same thing here. You all saw this. If you saw the live, I did the same thing. And then I tore it into pieces. And I think this is a super fun thing to do, whether, if I wanted to make collage bits or, of course, our Rolodexes, right? So I do think I'm going to use some of this for Rolodex fodder. And maybe some of this too. I hope you all had a chance to see this again on that imprint pad. Super fun, fast way to get a lot of mark making down on your paper, sort of effortlessly and quickly, right? So great for just the beginnings of your art, of course. Great for, like Seth did, that little booklet. But also, again, to make Rolodexes or, again, just for collage fodder, right? Anyway, so let's see. Brad says hi. Hi, Brad. Linda says, ooh, an AF hoodie. Oh my gosh, that would be super fun. Maybe I'll do those like in July or something, right? Or like the end of summer. All right, so let's talk. Oh, also, I just want to, a couple things really quick. Mention, I'm going to set this aside. I know we're talking still about Seth stamps. I'm going to do a little makey with Seth stamps. We're also going to do a giveaway for, guess what, a t-shirt. So we can do that soon. All right, we'll do a number guessing game again. Okay, so, and I'm going to give away a t-shirt. And again, just keep in mind, we only have small through 2XL. So, anyway. All right, wanted to remind you also, remember Megan Quinlan and my girls, our calendar girls, are still, they're not a pop-up. They will be up, but I just want to remind you that if you did not order them and you want to play along with the Calendar Girl sets, you may want to get them ordered, because Megan and I are going to be doing a live stream on the second Saturday of January. Okay, so if you want to have these in time, you know that we are not super fast. Okay, we're not Amazon around here. Okay, so we take approximately 7 to 10 business days to ship your orders. That's general. Okay, sometimes it's faster, sometimes it's slower, but that's how much time we ask for. So if you want to get your Megan and KP Calendar Girl sets before we get started in January, then get yours ordered. Okay. Also want to remind you that we are doing, if you order anything over this weekend, we are offering the scratchers again, because I know, a lot of people may have missed them, but also they're just fun. Every single scratcher is a winner. Let me go grab one. I want to show it to you just because it's fun. Yes, I'm tripping on my stuff. Anyway, okay, so Heather Bailey says, I'm the worst at waiting. I know, me too, and I can't help it though. We would make them faster if we could, but we just can't. Anyway, so these are the scratchers. If you order over the weekend, $25 or more, so just a $25 order, and of course you get the freebie, and you can get another scratcher, okay? Because we only offer them for the one weekend, and I thought, well, this is a great way to bring in the new year, right? Who can say no to another scratcher? All right, so let's do this first, okay? And let's get a pen here. Okay, and do you want to play the guessy game? It is right now 4:17. I'll give you until 4:19. That's 2 minutes to type in a number between 1 and 100, or 1 and 100. And the person who comes closest without going over will win a t-shirt. If two of you get the right answer, I'll give away 2 t-shirts. If it's more than 2, we'll have to guess again. However, and if the person closest without going over. Okay. All right, here we go. I'm going to call out the numbers just so that Catherine says I won big on my scratcher. Yay, I'm so excited. I hope you all had fun with those scratchers. Oh, Wendy, bye. I love you. Happy New Year. I'm going to miss you. I'll see you soon. Acme Post says 53. Zandra says 24. Heather Bailey 26. Catherine 29. Linda Finney 59. Ashley 77. Deb Peak 75. Nancy Gray 35. Christina 73. Mary Lynn 47. Evelyn 27. Jerry says all of the numbers. That doesn't count. Mystic Images says 70. Roberta 29. Cindy Sharp 86. Wendy 78. Becky 17. Ronnie Lee 66. Susan Maney 54. Orange Spiral 31. Stephanie 57. Josie 19. Anita 33. Terry 52. Pam 25. Liz 62. Linda Weber 9. Anybody else? You have 1 more minute. Renee says 14. Sharon 71. Patty 31. Judith Lopato 72. I almost feel like it's The Price is Right. Do you ever, who watches old reruns of The Price is Right? Anybody? Okay, well, the number calling is over. It is now 4:19, and the winner is Linda Weber. Yes, it was number 11. I don't know if you can see that very well, but it is. It's an 11. And so Linda Weber, just please message me. Oh, Sarah Slider. Oh my gosh, you got in at the last second. So we did. Okay, so Sarah is on the nose at number 11. So I will give you both a t-shirt, 9 for Linda and Sarah, 11. Just please private message me your size and your mailing address, okay? Please private message me or email me at artfoamiesstamps@gmail.com, or you can private message me your size t-shirt, okay? Linda Weber and Sarah, I will go ahead and give you both a t-shirt. Thanks for playing along. Make sure you message me your size and your mailing address. All right, that was super fun. Okay, so a couple things here, just for a quick little makey or two. Let's talk Rolodexes. We love Rolodexes around here. And yes, I call them Rolodexes because we can't call them Rolodexes, right? And, you know, ArtFoamies, Rolodexes. Oh, Linda. Yeah, because, didn't you, so we've had like a couple double winners. I think Brianna and I have ESP. And I think, Linda, didn't you win one other week too? So it's really cool. And you know what? It's okay. It's fair. It's a guessing game. All right. So anyway, we call them Rolodexes, and I do have a few different ones. Okay. I actually collect old vintage Rolodexes. So I have different sizes. As you can see, this is a large. It's a 5x8 card, and it has extra large sort of the notches. And I have a couple. This one is actually really cool because I only have a few of these. This is really old-timey, but is ledger style. Okay, so I have a few of these, and I'm going to use it because I think it's going to be so cool with Seth stamps. And then I have a plain one here. Okay, and then I have a couple. These are smaller. These do fit the 2 1/4 by 4, although they're really tall, which is nice because then when you have shorter little things, you know, you can have it, you know, peeking over the top or whatever. So these are great, and I love that they're on the, you know, the chipboard, and you can get all different Rolodexy, you know, plain Rolodex art cards from gslcuts.com. I've created a bunch of different ones with her, different shapes, you know, and different sizes. Now, we don't have the big ones like this, but we do have, and I say we, I mean she. Well, I do carry some of these too on my Moon in the Maker site, but they come for the 2 1/4 by 4 or the 3 by 5. Okay. So I just wanted to show you a few different, you know, styles, whatever. And of course, these are going to be so fun and fast using Seth's stamps, Seth's ArtFoamies. And then as you can see here, I already have a little bit of fodder for them. So, you know, it'd be really, really easy to just do some fun collaging right on, especially on these craft, you know, colored, and, you know, and they're chipboard, so they're nice and sturdy. Okay. So a couple of things just to make some fast work and show you some real quick, fun Rolodexes. Also, if you have just plain, you know, cardstock, or this is nice 140-pound watercolor paper, of course, you can make your own. And there's a few different ways you can do that. You can take your, you know, regular Rolodex cards that you have already. You can trace around them, or you can just cut them out and use whatever, you know, decks, I don't know, you call them Rolodex punches or memory decks punches. Or you can also use your foamy deck. I don't know what we call these. I can't remember. Rolodexy ArtFoamies. And I did them a couple ways. Okay, I did them as solids. So really fun to take something. Let's just start in here. Let's take one of Seth's, and we can actually, let's do this one because it's a nice large size, and it'll cover right over the top of that. So a couple ways you can do it. You know, just spray with your spray, you know, little spritz with your spray bottle. and maybe, oh gosh, so many different ways you can load this up with your, Inktense sticks, with your watercolor sticks. Let's just do that because I have one here handy. And I will tell you, this probably is a little dirty, so I'm not sure how great the color is going to be, but that's okay. And then you can take your, your other stamp, your other art foamy, and of course you can load it up with color. I mean, graphite would be fun. This is just happens to be another watercolor stick. These are the Daniel Smith sticks. Spritz. Let's pop that right over the top. Ooh, Catherine says, I read an article online stating that old Rolodexes are worth big bucks. Look at that. Ooh, so fun, right? And so you can get quite a few probably out of this, And it's, again, I didn't do the greatest on that, but that's okay. Because guess what? We'll spritz it up again. Just over stamp it one more time. And of course, oh, well, now I got it all mushed up, but that's okay because keep in mind, let me go over that one more time. I'll just tap that off. Keep in mind, really, even if I wanted to, I could just stamp this in a pale, let me try it again. I'll probably get a better impression even the second or third time. But, I could even do this just in a solid color, right? I would probably use a light color. That's a little bit better, not the greatest. But again, I can go right over this because I'm going to cut it all out. So it barely matters. Okay, let's do it again. I'm really only trying to get the shape in the background, right? And hardly not trying to get anything that great off the first stamping, right? It's just mainly to get the shape and the coloration, Do this again. So once again, if I just even stamp over this all the way, right, it's not going to matter because I only need that shape. Now I'm going to cut it out. Okay. So, I can keep even going. Like if I hate this, the nice thing is I could actually even take like, let's just try it. Let's take a little white gesso, okay, or acrylic paint, whatever. I'm just gonna use a little white gesso here. And I have to tell you, I have not been in the studio that much over the past week or so, just because again the holidays and trying to take a little time off, most trying to get the house ready. But I will say it feels great. It feels so good to be in here, even though it's a little bit of a mess, even though I'm feeling a little rusty. I feel so good being back here with all of you. So anyway, as you can see, I'm just going to overstamp it again with a solid, okay? And that's just going to kind of mute it a little bit, mute it out, So, and then I can go, I like it though, but I can go in there, again, overstamp it if I want to, but I really think let's just do, this of the words. So this is the word set that says story, inspire, and create. And I love them all, but I love the story stamp. So let's do a little of that. And we'll then just use the watercolor. Just going to kind of stain it a little bit. I think. I hope. Yeah. So that looks great. And then, let's go ahead and take this again and just sort of like that. And, and then we can cut them out, right? Now, keeping in mind, I do have the punch that will punch these holes. But if you don't, it's just nice because at least, and it's still kind of a pain, right? But you know where your notches need to be. So even if you have to sort of fussy cut them yourself, that's okay. At least you have the placement, you know, and the space, the spacing correct, you know, correct. And you know, I love rounding my corners, and I don't have it cut very well. And I do think that makes all the difference. When you round those corners, it just looks so much nicer. Okay, and I'll just show you. Now, like I said, I have the little punch, and I love it. I won't lie. I really do. I'm going to just cut this little strip right out of here. I didn't do very good, but you get the idea. All right, so there's that. And then, of course, you know, now let's go over, I think I do want like an orange or like a burnt, I don't know, like a burnt orange or something like that. Well, not that burnt of an orange. It's actually just orange, but that'll look good. Well, it doesn't show up the best, so maybe I smush a little gesso, knock that back a little bit, and then over stamp it again. Look at this. We'll cut this one out. And of course I could do one that's with the create, and then I would have all three of Seth's words on my little Rolodexes, and I think they'll look so nice. And with you know, I'm gonna pull out the punch just to show you. Now this is an old, you know, office, from old office supply, and that makes pretty nice quick work of that. A lot, you know, a lot nicer if you can do that than cutting, but you know, either way. And so that is the Rolodex Art Foamy in the solid. Okay, it's just a solid where you can do your little backgrounds. Again, just giving you sort of that shape and, you know, base layer. And then I did do one also as an outline. So that way, you know, and I wasn't planning on it at first, but a lot of you asked for it when they did come out. And so that, it just, you know, very similar. I'm going to just use a little ink on this one just to show you. But that way you do have the outline if you want to. And go right around that. I didn't line it up very well, but you'll get the idea. No, Rini, you know why? So you'll have to wait to use it because we can't use discounts on the pop-up shop, and so there's really no way to yeah, I should have clarified, you know, made that a little more clear. You cannot use discounts on the pop-up shop, so it's probably not letting you right now. And I don't know if we can fix that or not. I'll have to talk to Mr. Moon and Maxie and let you know, okay? I'm sorry about that. So, again, now I have an outline, or if I just wanted an outline, of course, I could do it that way too, right? So there you have it that way. All right. So Rolodexy fun, and you know, like I said, pretty quick and effortless, really, and just fun, because I think that you could literally just stamp a bunch of backgrounds the way that I did this one, just repeat a whole bunch of backgrounds and use a lot of the different textures. Of course, they don't have to all be Seth's, but you know, there's all sorts of, I mean, some of Balzer's, well, just so many. There's endless supply of fodder for backgrounds, right? And then again, if you already have something like this, maybe you just want to collage on there, right? So let's go ahead and I already had one that says story. Let's do the create one. Do it right on here. I just keep going back to this color because it's nice and dark and stamps really nicely. So it's not that it's necessarily my, I mean, I do love the color, don't get me wrong, but it's not that it's necessarily my favorite, but it's here, it's handy, and it works good, right? Oh, love, and I do love that together, right? The dark phthalo blue and that sort of quinacridone gold, really nice. So how would you compare Daniel Smith's to Derwent? Let's do that right now, shall we? So I'll show you a couple things. Let's get, this is a phthalo blue Daniel Smith, and I'm just going to show you, this is how they're wrapped when they come. This is the Daniel Smith watercolor. And so the difference is that these are fine watercolors, okay? The Derwents are more like the Inktense pencil, you know, the Inktense water soluble pencil leads, right? Does that make sense? So here, I don't know, they don't have their colors sort of coded the same, but I'll try to just get a nice blue and just show you the difference, okay? So let's pull this back out. This is just watercolor paper, and let's go ahead. Oh, I'm going to use this stamp. Okay, it's clean and fresh. It's just one of my little houses. I'm going to show you both on here. So on one side, I'm going to put the Inktense, I'm sorry, the Daniel Smith. Okay, and then on this side, I will put the Derwent. We'll say that it doesn't seem that much difference. You know, in the application. So obviously they're not the same color, but this side is the phthalo blue watercolor, and this side is the Derwent stick. How they compare, I would say that generally the watercolor is a little bit, I don't really know how to describe it to you. It's very similar. However, the Derwent stick, when it does dry, is a little more dull. Okay, so they're a little more like pencil-y. I don't really know how else to say it. It's just not exactly the same, you know, type of watercolor, even though it's soluble. Does that make sense? Yes, Daniel Smith has a bigger price point because, again, it is a fine watercolor. It's like right up there with the Winsor Newton. So, and let me pull this back out again. I am going to kind of color with these a little bit just so you can also see. This is, again, a little more pencil leadish. It is a little softer to color with. These are a little bit almost like scratchier. And when I say these, I mean the Daniel Smith, because again, these are made to be more like a pencil, okay? Because you have the Derwent Inktense pencils, and then this is a little just more like, this is more like what would be hardened in your pan, okay? So, so this is really this in a stick, okay? This is not. This is more like the pencil, okay? A little grainier. Although when you do it this way, you can't tell the difference that much, okay? But when you do go to kind of move it around with your water, okay, I don't really know how to describe that except for, yes, what Jan said, it's a little bit more grainy. And you get more you'll have to just feel it with your own hand. This, when it dries, is a little more dull. Okay, that's the best. Yeah, and yeah, what Stephanie also said. Thank you, Stephanie. The watercolor stick, meaning the Daniel Smith, has a heavier pigment load. Yeah. So yes, Derwent once dry won't or not supposed to reactivate. Sometimes I feel like they still will a little bit, but yes, that is also a good point. And thank you so, so much. So yes, Daniel, I'm so sorry. The Derwent does not reactivate after it's dry. The watercolor will. Okay. So that, yes, I hope that answers some of your questions. And you know, you're not really going to see much of a difference. Okay. Especially when you're stamping with them that way. All right. So let's go ahead and I want to just talk to you really quickly. Hi, Jan, about the after party. We are going to have an after party. We are going to talk and share about a vision board. Okay. We won't be doing it all tonight because I'll explain it to you all later, but when you go to the after party. But we are going to be sharing, talking about, and getting our vision boards ready, okay, for 2024. All right. So for this one, oh gosh, I was thinking it might be sort of fun to do one with acrylic paints on this. And you also, one thing I love, haven't done a lot, is the white on craft. So let's do one in white on craft just for fun. And let's do it with one of my very favorites. And this is the Batik, and this is the Positive from the Batik set. And we're just going to get a little white gesso on our scrap buddy here. If I can. Doesn't want to come out. All right, I'm going to load this up with just some white, just because I think it will be fun to have white on the craft. Oops, I'm spilling, making a mess. I had a little color on there, so not perfectly white, but that's okay. Because my stamp was a little dirty. Oh, don't you love that? I mean, I just love the way that looks on the craft. All right. So, and then of course, a word would be fun. Let's do, we've done them all already anyway. So we'll do Inspire again. It has a little orange on there, so I don't know. Try to wipe it a little bit, but still might end up having a little coloration, and that's okay too. Normally if I want this super clean, what I will do is take it to the sink and rinse it. When it just has water soluble, you know, like watercolor or whatever, you can really just get away with washing it with a little water. If it has like acrylic paint, then you may want to go ahead and put a little soap and just, you know, give it a little pat. Don't want to scrub them too hard or rub them real hard, but they're surprisingly durable, really. All right, so I think I'm gonna have to go in with maybe a little bit of black and just do, or a little bit of a darker color and do like a little shadow stamping. So let's go ahead and blot this off. And maybe, you know, I wish I had like a good sepia color, but I don't know if I do. Let's see what I got. Looking for a little acrylic paint here. Let's do, oh gosh, I guess we could do a darker gray. Maybe even a brown. I don't know. Let's try burnt umber, maybe. A little burnt umber. Just for fun. Looks like those sweaters. Yeah, it does look like a sweater. That's funny. All right, let's get another scrap buddy here. A little burnt sienna paint. And I don't usually go for my browns, but what I want to do here is just, I think I'm just going to hit it kind of lightly on the sides. I haven't done this, but I want to give it a little sort of shadow to it if I can. Not sure if it's going to work out, but we're going to try it. We're just going to try sort of kissing it a little bit. Ooh, what kind of worked? I didn't kiss it hard enough, but well, now I'm just making a mess. So you know what I'm going to have to do? Go in with one of my Derwents or something, or maybe we'll try a water-soluble pencil here. It's a little darker. I don't know. So you know they don't call it mixed media for nothing, right? If you don't get it right how you want it the first time, don't worry. You know, take your, we don't buy all these mixed media supplies for nothing. I will have to look at it and see where it needs to be, you know, sort of pumped up a little bit more. But you get the idea. And again, just, you know, I do really enjoy making Rolodexes a lot. And, you know, like I said, I have quite a collection going of the vintage Rolodexes. So I feel like this still needs, like it's still maybe a little wash of, maybe some watercolor back there. Just to, could maybe also use a little bit of layer cake. That would be nice. Yeah, this is working a little bit better just to, and you know, the gesso will sort of resist a little bit. But if I just, well, and I don't know. I'm looking at it in the monitor and it is popping the back out a little bit, but it's also, I don't know. I'm just going to have to keep working with it to get it to where it'll pop out a little bit better. Maybe now a white paint pen. I don't know. So you see what I go through to just try to get things, you know, how you like them. And that's half the fun, right? Yes. Thank you, Jan, for sure. Grunge it up. Yeah. And I'm not too good at that usually, but that's okay. I'll just pop some of these out a little bit more. I also, of course, think that maybe a little metallic would be fun. And you know, I say this all the time, and it's true. You can't fake the layers. So if I have to keep going in and layering up to get it how I like it, then that is perfectly acceptable, right? And I am kind of just making a mess right now because my pen just wants to blob everywhere. But that's okay too. Heather said to grunge it up. So I'm trying. And I know I'm just smearing, so hopefully that can help it be more grungy. I don't know. And of course, you know, I am going to want to let things dry in between. One thing I will say too about if I do decide to pull out my Jane Davenport layer cakes, they are so nice because they'll go over still all this stuff. So I could go in and do a little more detail. And, you know, I don't know. I might even want to let this dry and then overstamp it again. I'm not going to lie to you. And that's what I might do. Because I don't really feel like it's popping out that well, you know. And the other thing is too, it depends on how you want it to pop out. Like I could actually go in and sort of paint around it and sort of, and that might look a little bit better too. If I actually, you know what, let me grab some of my layer cakes. See what color would be good. I'm not even sure. This would just have to be more experimental, you know. And sometimes it's so funny because it seems like kind of seems like the stuff that you think is going to be the simplest ends up, you know, causing you the most trouble. Yeah, I also, Jan says put some pink. And pink would be fun. And also, well, I was thinking to blot out the background just a little bit more, but I don't know. I'm going to try some of this layer cake, this gingerbread color. Let's just try it. Ooh, that looks pretty good. I like, and I'm looking in the monitor, and that's looking pretty good. And you know, I do think that pink would actually look nice with this. If I decide to go in with a little pink, I think that would be fine. But I don't know. Maybe I'll just stick with the earthy colors. I'm not sure. Again, that's one reason why I love these layer cakes, though, is because surprisingly, they really give great coverage. And you can go over your gesso, you can go over your acrylics, which I just think that's so, so cool. Yeah, and it does look better. It is standing out better. I don't know now that I love the bright whites, but again, that's okay. I can go over those too, you know? And then I think, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take some of this same color. I'm going to take the solid. This is the solid. I'm going to take some of the same layer cake, okay? And this probably isn't the brush I should really use. I should use this brush, which came with the layer cakes. And I love it because it also gives a nice coverage. I'm just going to paint a little right on here. Again, trying to get a little unity, you know, little unity in there, and we'll just work it up a little bit, again, with some overlayers. Oh, I really like that a lot. no, oh, just some of the way you get the patterns. I don't know if you can even really see that, but a lot of times if you get some of the ink or paint up inside some of the recessed areas and then you go in and you push real hard, you will get sort of, I don't really know how to say it, but almost like a resisted area. So I love that. I think this is super fun. And I also think, I'm not there yet, but I do feel this would also be a great space for some other imagery, you know, whether maybe it's maybe it is one of my uh, goddess figure, you know, figure stamps. And this is too big, but you know, you get the idea. Like she would go really nicely there. That is one thing I will say. Lots of the figures and forms go so well with these. But I think I'm actually going to use a little bit. Let's go ahead and we'll get, again, a little bit of gesso here on this brush and just smush a little out here just for some sort of solid space, a little bit of solid space. Okay, and we'll go ahead and take this guy. This is one of my moths from the Mod Moth set. Oh, thanks, Deb. Thanks so much. Yes, please give me a thumbs up. I would love that. And then I'm going to go ahead and take this again. Oh, sort of that dark. I'm going to use that dark umber color again. And yes, and am I making a mess? Yes, I am. What else is new? All right. Putting my hands in the paint and just generally, you know, when I started, my table was fairly clean, right? It wasn't clean, but it was not a complete disaster. And now, guess what? I have like 6 inches of space to work in. That's okay. And I'm just doing this dark color. I don't know if this is the color I would love or not, but I feel like it'll show up pretty nicely and it will, again, create a unity, you know, with the dark, the darkest dark. Ooh, so nice, right? And it goes really well, I think, with the pattern. And the reason I sort of used a little bit of that white was just to, you know, push back some of the pattern and leave some space to have that focal point, you know. And then of course, you know, I can go in, let's just dab it a little bit, okay, because maybe I don't want it quite so pristine on there. I want it to look a little more weathered. So I have, I don't know, just sort of dabbing away at it so it doesn't look so so pristine. I really like that. And there I have a pretty quick. I know it wasn't as fast as I thought, but you know, pretty quick, nice little. This doesn't have to be a Rolodexy. Of course, this would be a great greeting card, a great, you know, small journal page, whatever. And then that brings me to this. I love the fact that this already has sort of, you know, my under layer. And then I think, oh my gosh, even just doing something sort of like this on there would be amazing, right? So let's do that. I don't think it'll take very long, especially I got my little imprint pad, my Seth After. This is called Cairns imprint pad. Go ahead, and I just have some of the colors I still had back from the demo because I really done much here. So this is an issue. Both of these are the Daniel Smith watercolor sticks. One is quinacridone gold, and one, yeah, that one, okay, is burnt sienna. So this is quinacridone gold. I'm just gonna this. Maybe get a little bit of that phthalo blue again, because I like those colors together. Let's smush it out a bit. That's with a little bit of gesso still on there, so that's going to sort of, I don't know, give it a little different texture there. try the Inspire stamp again in dark. Yeah, do you mean over the top of it? So first layer, ooh, love it. Even just like that, right? Super fun. And then of course, you know, and I could have just used my tray, right? I could have my tray and just do that. But I definitely want some polka dots. I know this is kind of silly, but I love these polka dots. And, you know, it's not like I've never had other polka dot stamps or whatever, but it's something about the size and also I think the way that they're not perfectly polka dot, they're more like, you know, I don't know, marky dots. But anyway, I love that it comes in the positive and negative, and I do love the size, I admit. All right, so super fun. Do this one too. And this might still have even color still on it, but really nice. And again, just love all those lines popping through. Looks real, kind of just industrial, kind of, you know. So, and then maybe some rings, because I love, and this is so funny, but this has been, I think, one of the most popular of all of them, actually. So, so far, the very best seller in the collection is the Batik set, followed by, I believe it is this one, which I can't remember the name right off the top of my head right now. Oh, no, I'm sorry. It's this one. It is the Batik set, the Cairn imprint pad, and then these. That was the way it went. All right. So I just thought that was so interesting. And sometimes Heather says, not silly, he made some cute dots. I know, but it just seems weird that my favorite, you know, bye, Jan. Happy New Year. I'll see you soon. My favorite, you know, set would be, well, it's not my total favorite, but it's up there, I will say. All right, so let's use this guy. And, you know, I think I'm going to use a graphite stick for this. Let's just do this right here. Yeah, so I need all of you to please put in your good wishes and good thoughts that the rest of my house gets finished painting tomorrow. Can't keep doing this all week. Oh, Catherine, you have to let me know about those toothbrushes or what, you know, I almost ordered those and then I didn't because I wanted to, you know, use my money on more product. Oh, I love that. Don't you love that? And in the graphite, yes, definitely. All right, let's do one more over here, or I don't know. I think I am just going to use the same size and I'm just going to go long ways instead. I love that. And then I think I'm just going to use a couple of my words. Let's see. Since it's going to be 2024, this is from the Art Foamy Poetry set of months. I think months and day. Months and years, right? I can't think of which one. Anyway, it's in one of the newest Art Foamy Poetry sets. And then the word magic, and I don't know what set that came out of. Okay, I'm sorry, but one thing I will tell you, okay, oh, Cindy says, what color is the dining room? I'm just going to tell you, I painted everything white. It was gray. All my house was gray, kind of different shades of gray. It was always a terrible job. Like, we never painted the trim. It's just been horrible for the past 6 years. And so finally, you know, trying to do something about it. Anyway, all right. So I got the word magic. I got 2024. And let's go ahead and we're going to do that again with the graphite. Or I don't know, maybe I'll do a little blue, a little phthalo blue over the top. And we're going to go 2024. Oops, and My 4 didn't print. That's so funny. 24. Well, I didn't get a perfect stamping, but that's okay. And actually, it's not too bad. I can go over it a little bit and then just use my brush to sort of fix that up. Or, you know what the other thing is that the layer cakes do cover. So, like, I can go in there and actually sort of fuss with that just a little bit and cover that enough. Just to, you know, bring it around. Remember, it's water soluble anyway, so you should be able to smush it a bit, and that helps it to look a little better. There, like that. 2024, and then we're going to say magic, because we're going to hope for some magic in 2024. At least I know I am. Won't lie. Like, this year was not the best year in some ways. Some ways it was great. I won't lie. You know, but hopefully 2020, let's just say hopefully 2024 is even better, right? Because we all know 2023 wasn't that great. It's not a secret. All right, let's get, again, I didn't get a very good stamping, probably because my word was a little crusty, but that's okay because it's all water soluble. So what I started to tell you, and I interrupted myself, is that we are going to stop selling soon, okay? And we'll let you know, but I wanted to sort of tell you about this change that's coming because I know a lot of you have collected Art Foamy poetry sets. I love them myself. However, they are just starting to get so out of control. And we're just getting so many. So this is what we're going to do. We are going to phase out or discontinue the Art Foamy poetry sets, okay? However, we're going to replace it with a word, I don't know what we're calling it. A word, what's the word, or word, yeah, what's the word, what's your word, or something like that. A program where you can make your own word, okay? It's just going to be $2 a letter. So whatever word you want, you can get for $2 a letter. We don't have the program started yet, but we will soon. And it's going to be in this font, in this size. Okay. That's how it's going to be. So that way you can add and make all whatever words that you want. And then also what was happening is that we were starting to double up on some words. There's lots of words that I still want also. So, yeah, that is going to replace, the word program is going to replace the Art Foamy poetry set offering. All right. So anyway, again, water soluble. So if my stamp didn't stamp in its entirety, then I easily can just go squish it. I have to tell you, I love this page. I think it's super cute. And of course, I'm also just going to go in and do some of my own little, you know, mark making. You can do that too. Right? And just have some fun with it. Smush it around. You know, you got the idea. All right. So that, again, more Rolodexes, more makeys. Smush this out a little bit. Ta-da! All right, so there. I love it. And actually, well, it's funny. I should have stamped it going the other way because it is going to go this way, but, you know, whatever. I can make some copies of this. Or I can also, I could fix this, and you know how to fix it. And I'll just tell you, I would smush it and smush it out, and restamp it. Okay. But I don't care. I don't mind that it's going that way. These are all just for me, for fun. And the last one I would probably do is literally just to take whatever, some of these little bits and pieces that I have and really just collage it right on there. I think that would make, not only would it help make it nice and hefty, you know, nice and weighty, but it would also be fun to just layer these up and, you know, utilize them for one thing, layer them up. And you know what? I'll go ahead and do that. And share a picture with you later because I already have all these. And then I have this, which is a little bit flimsy. Okay. So if I layer all these up on here, you know, and I'll tear them and make them look cute. I think this would look cute on there too. Anyway, you get the idea. I'll do that. I'll take some pictures. I'll put these all together and I'll share it with you on our ArtFoamy page and on our, what's not our page. I want you all to know ArtFoamy Fun Facebook page is not our official page. It is a fan page, but we do like to share there as well. So I will post all of these on the ArtFoamies page and on the ArtFoamies Fun page. I hope that you will come over. If you're in my Patreon, I hope that you will come over and join me for a little after party. We are going to be talking and sharing about a vision board. I'm going to show you mine from 2021 because I can't find my other ones. I'm going to, after we stop here, I am going to look around a little bit, but this is my vision board from 2021. So this is sort of what we'll be talking about and working on over in our after party. If you want to come and join us, I hope that you will. You should have received a Zoom link, and I will go and share that in our Facebook group as well. So that's it for tonight. I hope that you enjoyed playing and having a second look at Seth Apter's pop-up shop. I do want to mention also, Seth and I have talked, and we will be getting together again to do another live for you sometime in the month of January. I don't really know when yet, so, you know, of course, follow along and I'll let you know. We just had such a great time. And of course, we're going to keep promoting and sharing all throughout the month as we get into 2024. So, Catherine, I'm assuming that you mean Seth's Stamps Rock. And I happen to agree. I really do love them. And I have to be honest with you, it's not my normal aesthetic. You know that, but they are so, I don't know, they're just, they're really for mixed media, you know, and so I do feel that no matter really what your style, they will work with pretty much anything that you do. And that is what I think really a lot of the appeal of Seth's imagery is, to be honest. All right. And again, I did want to pull out and show you some of the other silhouettes, but just to let you know, they do work really, really well with all of his imagery. And I think because it is so bold and sort of, you know, has a graphic style, so they really work with the other solid stamps. Same as, you know, like with the Rolodex. All right. I'm going to turn this camera around. If you have any other thoughts or questions, let me know. Susan, thank you so much. Thanks for coming. Oh my gosh. Let me find my mouse. It's buried under stamps now. I can come on here and say goodbye to you all. Thank you again for hanging out with me. I wish you, of course, the happiest new year. I hope you've had fun with ArtFoamies in 2023. And I look forward to so much more, you know, makeys and fun in 2024. You know what I mean. Anyway, I love you all to the moon and back. You know the deal. Stay safe, stay sane, stay makey, and I will see you soon. Have a happy and safe new year. All right? Bye, everyone. See you at the after party. Yes, thank you so much, Sarah. I'll message you all back later. Bye-bye.